What's up, guys? So, in anticipation for officially coming back on, I think it's Tuesday's the 1st. I'm not entirely sure. My calendar doesn't have the days written above it because it's a calendar I can reuse every year. But yeah, in anticipation for coming back on the 1st, I thought I would kind of give a little kind of backstory kind of thing into what I've been researching for my story on Tumblr, which I will be writing furiously tomorrow to get the very first part done so that it's out on the 1st, and I'll hit back hard with that. Sneeze. Bless me. Alright, let's keep going. So yeah, the story is, like the name of the short story is, The Fire in My Eyes, Fire in Your Eyes? Something, it's about fire in eyes anyway, which obviously, is like it's like an idiom, like a saying for, when someone's passionate about something, they have the fire in their eyes. And so obviously that's, you know, the metaphor there is something that goes into it, but also the literal fire is something that is a part of this as well, because it's set in the Salem witch trials, witch burnings, that kind of thing. Funnily enough, fire is also the power I've given my witch character, as, an element that they're able to kind of manipulate in subtle ways. It's not complete control. It is only a very subtle manipulation of it. So, going to prove interesting in that regard alone. But yeah, there's a passion there. It will also kind of have, not kind of, it will definitely have a lot of LGBT characters in it. The main two, both the protagonist that we have the perspective of, and their like partner, are both LGBT characters, which will be kind of cool to see how I'm going to work that. I think I'm just going to write it like I would write any other romantic entanglement, because honestly, what is the difference, really? So that should be interesting to see, because I do know that it, has potential to be slightly different, because I've got to both write it from a female's perspective, but also about a female. And when writing in a female's voice, there's certain things that I'll do that I won't do if I'm in a male's voice talking about a female that they're in a relationship with. So it is, in that regard, going to be a bit of a challenge for me, and I'm looking forward to it so much. And yeah, that's kind of like the main elements, I suppose, of the story that I've kind of thought through, and none of that required any research. It's all purely how am I going to put the creative influence and my real world references into this in such a way that's still engaging and has a cool storyline and all this kind of stuff. So it's going to be really cool to kind of see how I do that. Should be fun. Then the things that I did do research on, I decided that since it's going to be America, as like the major setting, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to have it set in Salem itself, or if it's just going to be some nondescript place in America, which, again, I won't be describing places that much, because I've never been to America. Would love to go, but I haven't been. So yeah, there's probably going to be references to the witch burnings, but not actually have witch burnings. I don't know yet entirely. That's something I'm going to sit down tomorrow and kind of figure out. But I decided that for her magic powers, that I'm going to kind of use voodoo. As I kind of said in my I think I titled the video "Working in Progress." It was the last video I made anyway. As I said in that video, tarot and that kind of thing has always really kind of interested me. Why is my mouth not working? But yeah, it's always kind of been interesting to me. So this is part of that section. And it's another thing that has common misconceptions about it, etc., etc. Voodoo is actually like a religious system. It's the best example. That's the best description I've got for it. If you look it up on Wikipedia, it does say that it's a religious thing, like a belief system kind of thing, and that the rituals and stuff is all part of that, and that Hollywood has just given everyone this idea that voodoo is black magic. The same way Hollywood made everyone think that ninjas actually wore those costumes. Ninjas were assassins. They dressed up in plain clothes so that you wouldn't see them in a crowd. Pretty sure if someone wore a ninja costume and walked out into the street, you'd be like, oh, there's a ninja. Maybe I should run because he's trying to kill me. So they wore plain clothes and used poisons and darts and, the like, but Hollywood's got to have its flair. And that's where, voodoo's got its bad rap from, is Hollywood. But it's just a religious system. I keep looking down at my books because I know that Beautiful Creatures does this perfectly, kind of talks through voodoo without actually naming it. In the books, and in the movie too, the character Amma does a voodoo ritual to talk to her past, to talk to her ancestors for things like guidance and stuff. In the movie, it's just kind of a weird voice, like she gets possessed or something, because, possession and, conjuring up dead people and stuff, that's bad and evil and Hollywood. But in the book, the kind of ghostly figures of the character, of the past characters kind of gather around and they actually have like a physical conversation, which is kind of cool. And so also with Beautiful Creatures, I'm going to kind of be drawing a little bit on the whole way that they've worked in the Civil War kind of thing into their story. I thought it was really cool. Put some witchcraft into that. Obviously I'm going a little further back in time, but it's the same basic kind of principle, if you know what I mean. So that's going to be really cool as well. I've been researching since I kind of went on this little break, and yeah, it's shaping up to be really good, and I'm super excited to see how this actually goes. I'm pumped. I'm ready to do this. I'm gonna make August my, well, you know how to finish that phrase. Don't let me stop you from saying it. But yeah, or something. Think that's about it. Pretty sure that's about it. So I am looking super forward to it. Been watching a whole heap of like gothic horror movies and researching like Dracula and Frankenstein and all the rest. to kind of get my head around what kinds of creatures I can expect to put into this, and what kind of creatures is, too far into fantasy or too far into being sci-fi, because the area that I'm exploring here, the supernatural, is halfway in between the two. So you've got like mad scientists, right, and reanimating corpses, but you've also got a person who drinks blood and can transform into a bat, or who has hair grow out all over their bodies, and then it increases their strength and their speed because of the moonlight or some, that's superheroes, whereas Frankenstein and Quasimodo and stuff, they're like science fiction, because Hunchback's all about like anatomy and stuff, and so this little section that I'm looking at is perfectly in between fantasy and sci-fi, which is perfect because they're the two major genres that are always paired together, which means that I should be able to just smash this one out. If I find that I end up writing the whole thing tomorrow, I may end up just putting it as a one-shot, just boom, there's the whole thing. I'll still break it up into the 10 parts like I always do, but I'll just smash it out if I can. If I'm that motivated, I'll smash it out and just put it up. You can go and read it when I tell you all that it's up, and then I'll just focus on the rest of the month being another story, so that I can catch up on the ones that I missed because of my mental health and the mental blank that I had with the last story that I just finished. So yeah, lots happening. I'm super excited to kind of come back in a couple of days. I'm hoping to get one of my friends over, do a best friend tag soon. I know I said that I would hopefully have it this weekend sort of thing, but we ended up just playing Cards Against Humanity the whole night, and then afterwards when I went to drop them home, we talked for hours, and it wasn't until like 2 in the morning that I actually finally got into bed, and to sleep not long after that, only to be then woken up to get called in for work. So I'm kind of beat. I'm gonna go and do one last little bit of research, watch some movies, and then yeah, hopefully that will bring me to writing the story tomorrow, and I'll be all prepped for it and stuff. I'm so pumped for you guys to finally read this story. It's been in the works for quite some time, and as some of you may know, I was working on it with a very close friend of mine, like the relationship wise, not geographically. She lives all the way up in Cairns. It's annoying. I wish I could just like walk over, sit down with them, and be like, right, we're gonna do this, and just have it spend a whole day just writing stories, because we totally would. So yeah, that's all I've got time for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what kind of monsters or whatever you'd like to see make even a cameo appearance in this story. I will try to find some way that makes sense for them to be there, rather than them just popping up to say hi and then leaving again. I'll try to make some actual excuse for them to be there. But yeah, leave that comment down below for me. And if you haven't already, please hit the subscription button wherever it is on your device. Come August 1st, I will be getting back into doing videos every day. And then, yeah, the rest of this year we're gonna do it. We're gonna take Shia LaBeouf's advice and just do it. So yeah, and until next time, guys, keep raising hell.